Hello again, this is Focus with the fourth part of the tutorial about managing your data transfer cartridge. The fourth part is about the pre-planned threads that are inside your data transfer cartridge, and we have a look here at the screen. As a start, you of course can see here the list of the pre-planned threads that are already inside the data transfer cartridge, and you can see the numbers beside it. These are the same as the lines, the steer point numbers that the steer points actually have. So when you're in the cockpit and you want to navigate towards this thread circle here, just select steer point 59 and you're actually navigating towards this steer point. Further, you'll see the scale of the circle, the size of the circle, 18 nautical miles in this case, and the type of thread that you will see inside the circle. These thread circles do not have to do anything with the actual SAM being placed there. They are just a circle drawn at a certain spot with a given name, and also the name can be any name that you choose. I'll talk about choosing names in a short while. I'll first show you that if you want to change a pre-planned thread here, you just can do very easily by selecting a different SAM from the list. If you want, you can also insert exact coordinates. You can see the range of this circle, and I hit apply, and you see that it's changed to a 14.5 nautical mile circle with a type Hawk. Also, this part has the basic buttons. As you can see, we're looking at the callsign.ini again, and as we just made a change, buttons became red. Also, for this demonstration, I'll load up a mission.ini file, which are used for tactical engagements. If you're flying a campaign mission, you should not load any extra files because all the data is stored in the callsign.ini. And as you can see, we loaded now the KSOnstrike.ini. We're looking at the tactical engagement ini and here we have the list with the thread circles already inserted. Again, here we can copy these thread circles to the callsign.ini. We can clear all the pre-planned threads at once, and of course from here we can also save the data transfer cartridge. This part also has a backup and load function. And as I explained to you in the line part, you can make a backup of these pre-planned threads, share them with your fellow pilots when you're flying a campaign, and with the load function you can bring them back into your callsign.ini. The pre-planned threads can be managed completely. You can rename them, you can set the distance of the circles as you like. And for that we have a separate part here. And first I will start off with the two quick buttons. We have the radar zone and the engagement zone buttons. They will actually have different values. The first radar zone, if we switch it, we'll see that as an example in the list here, the SA2 has a range of 27 miles. This is actually your radar in navigation distance, so 27 miles from the SA2. The SAM has a possibility to spot you on the radar. In some cases this is useful, but in most cases you want the actual engagement zones. For that you have to quit setting engagement zones, and this will change your list with the engagement zones of the SAMs. You can also add, delete and change all these SAMs as you like, and the SAM names are actually stored in a special file, and it's called the ppt.ini file. So after you make a change to this one, you have to save the ppt.ini. You will see the location. It's the default BMS directory, subdirectory data, then the subdirectory depending on your selected theater, campaign, subdirectory save, and of course then the file name ppt.ini. This file name contains all the names and HSD codes, ranges for the different thread circles, and after you change those you can also use them. You can also browse to a completely different file or a backup file that you specially made for a separate mission. By using the browse button, it will automatically open this up, so you can make a different file that you want to swap and open it up. And of course, after opening that, don't forget to save the ppt.ini again with the same name. As an example, I will just show you how to add or delete a couple of steer points. So just let's make a new one and give it a name. I will give it a name, a very simple name. I'll call this thread Falcas, and the range of this thread is pretty large. It is 15 miles in this case. You can also see it in kilometers, so you can see how many kilometers miles is depending on the Russian threads, where you once in a while get information in kilometers. And we insert a 3-letter code here. This can be written small or large. I'll use FAL and I just hit apply. You'll see that the FAL and 50 nautical mile thread circle with the name Falcas has been added to the list. I'll save the ppt.ini so it's inside now, and you can also see it in BMS. And just as an example, I will change this lower thread circle, the SE5 thread circle, and I'll switch it. You see the Falcas thread has popped up in the list. I'll hit apply and you see now a thread circle Falcas with 50 nautical miles. If you want to make a very personalized file, you can just save this file which actually will save this list, and if you want to load the same type of file, you can also quickly load here. That's for personal lists or backup lists, whatever you like. Deleting a file like that is very simple. Just select the line you want to delete the file, and of course don't forget to save the ppt.ini. There you go. One more thing about pre-planned threads is that actually when you are adding or changing the airports in Weapon Delivery Planner in the data card, you will also be asked if you want to add those pre-planned threads to your file with a special 3-letter code. I will show you how that is done when I explain the data card, so I won't explain this in this part.